Hi guys! Welcome back to Oreos YouTube channel.
What it do?
She's here today with a special guest, which is me, the hot girl, the Megan,
That's
the
so
stallion.
period.
Yes! So today, we're going to be making our favorite Christmas cookies with chocolate chips, Oreos, and Smarties. So let's get into the video.
So actually, I got this recipe from Tasty, Tasty, and that's the app I use for most of my cooking. But I modified it a bit, so as we go along, I'll let you know the actual recipe and how I modified it.
So I get a clean bowl and put 2 cups of brown sugar, 2 cups of white sugar, melted butter, 2 cups as well. You want to make sure that you work really fast because my butter, I left it for a while, so it actually started solidifying once again. So you want to make sure you work quickly. Immediately you melt your butter, just turn it into the mixture and mix it really well. So now I'm getting my eggs and I'm using 4 eggs and I'm just mixing that in. You can decide to beat your eggs before you pour it in, but I didn't see the point because you're still going to end up mixing it with the sugar and butter milk mixture. You want to mix it really smooth. And now I'm getting a tablespoon and I'm putting 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Mix that too. So now I have 5 cups of sieved flour. I already sieved it. And then I'm taking my baking powder and I'm using 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So you want to make sure that when you level the baking powder you pick out. And now I'm just adding it to the flour, and baking powder helps it rise because you need it to rise in the oven. And so 2 spoons. Look at this cute baby. So you want to go ahead and take a pinch of salt. So she's just using a teaspoon and taking basically a pinch of salt and adding that to the flour. And now you just mix everything so that the baking powder and the salt incorporate nicely. Incorporate, okay? So now I'm just putting some flour into my mixture already. And you can't put everything at once because it'll be too hard to turn. So just put some flour first and mix it. So you just keep turning it and it will look something like this. But if you notice, as we raise it up, it's still kind of liquid because it's still dripping. So we put more flour in and turn it some more. You want to be really careful so that the flour doesn't splash like outside the bowl. So now we've used up all the flour and you guys can see how thick it is, and this is how you want your cookie dough to be. So now I've separated it into 2 bowls because 1 bowl we're going to use 2 cups of chocolate chip cookies, and actually in the recipe they use 4 cups, but that is too much, and for a cookie batter we're actually trying to be healthy. And as we're turning it, I've actually put on my oven already, so it's getting hot. And they tell you to put it to 375 degrees, but my oven is really manual, so it actually doesn't show like the degrees. So I just put it on like 10-15 minutes before I put the batter. The cookie dough, I mean dough, not butter, yes. You want to stir it in really well so that every single place gets some chocolate chips and Oreos. So in our second batter, I'm just using Smarties. We just wanted to try something different actually because there's no Smarties recipe, but it can't be much different from making chocolate chips, right? So we have our 2 doughs now, the Smarties dough and the chocolate chip and Oreo dough. And so now I got the tray in my oven and I just put some aluminum or foil paper and I'm putting oil over it so it doesn't stick to the foil. So I just put the cookies on the tray. I want to make sure that you space them out well so that they don't come together, and put it into the oven for 20 minutes. And then in case there's extra batter and like you're too tired, you can just pack it up like this and put it in the fridge, and whenever you're ready to use it, just bring it out and put it in your oven and wrap it up nicely, put it in your oven, and you can use it anytime. And that's for the fridge, and this is fresh out of the oven. As you can see, the bottom 2 look like they're joined together. That's because I didn't space it out well enough. So you want to make sure that you space your cookies out and they come out looking like this. They just look so pretty and they tasted great too. It looks so good. Look how the chocolate melted.
Try out this recipe and send pictures of your cookies to Oleri's Instagram _OLERE. Thank you guys for watching. Love you. Also, don't forget to share these videos with your friends, your aunts, your moms. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your post notification.
Share with your dads too.
Yeah,
so they can get into baking. Bye guys.